Geis. They'll try to run it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here on the I.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left, 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 left. Ace, ace.
On the ground, Geis. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Ace, ace. Hut, hut, hut.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll start out on the ground in Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. The pitch goes to Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple on the pick.
What I told you, Mama.
3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for the defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Weston. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a second down throw for Winston.
He has elite instincts in his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
But in this one,
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a first down. On first down, Mahomes. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Spins away. Dumps it off for Geist. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Geist receives the pitch. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll try and get it with Geist. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. On first down, this is Geist. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to be Packer football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Oh, twisting away. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try to throw now. Winston steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
I'm plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
You got him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a give to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Sudah, Mama.
Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley. And another 1st and 10 here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The toss out to Barkley. And now running right through him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Running left, it's Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Smith trying to run for it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Black 58 rail. Left, 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 left.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
She coming here with me?
Really didn't give anybody a chance to get up
Come
there
on,
and
Mama.
stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in the Packers territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Left foot, left foot, left foot, left foot. Left foot, left foot.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Here, it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Left foot, left foot. Ace, ace. Z.
Now it's Mahomes again. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Is that happening before?
Get out of here!
Stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up that yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field. They're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground, Dice again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
Leave it alone.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense.
Come watch the fight, baby.
The lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans.
Jump!
Deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 59 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. Just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in as they're back within a score. Set now to kick
Give me a hug. Give me a hug, girl. Hey, love you. Thêm chút thôi mà. Thêm chi đi baba, quá chặn đấy. There you go, crank up.
Trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Winston now to throw on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with Barkley. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 57 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here we go now with Smith. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ito Smith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First and 10, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his, and the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murphy. And out across the 45. And 32 that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole.
They fucking need.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So for 3 quarters, they're lighting up now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's crazy, bro.
And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Packer offense now ready to get back on the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this.
Bro, stop blowing up my phone.
Be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay.
Nigga lost the eye.
Make sure the clock keeps running.
you need to be quiet, nigga. You lost the eye.
Call it a game of 3.
What's up, baby?
And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game. Including that sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still.
Man, why you ain't pick that off?
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
I think I lost the eye, bruh. Come on.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Saquon Barkley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. They're going to try and run. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete.
Catch the ball, man.
Many like that one. 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's got
thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Murphy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murphy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first
Woo,
down?
he going for the game. He tried to get me.
4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers are going to win this football game.
Let's go! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Stay it open. Stay it open. Ohio! Ohio!
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays.
Bro, you lost the eye.
Enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Have some fun. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. A handoff, Barkley running left. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Packers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.
Ain't no rebound on losing tonight, bro.
I have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey.